So here's our cardigan, and now we will start adding a collar around it. Okay, so depending how low you want it to be, I will just add it somewhere over here. So what we'll do, we'll just place some yarn through the edge over here, and we'll create a stitch, and then we'll create another one, and then we will just go through every stitch on this edge. Okay, so here we are. I will go around all the way over here and here, and then I'll come back. Here we are. We added stitches all the way around, and what we will do now, we will just simply knit those stitches. So this is the stitch. You insert in your hand, grabbing working yarn and pulling it out. So depending on how long you will want your collar to be, you can knit a few rows or up to, I don't know, 5 rows. And actually, when we are closer here, like when we're on the shoulder over here, what we will do, we will actually increase, because we need a little bit more stitches than what we have here. How we will do it, we will use this 2 strings together, and we will go underneath and create a stitch. See, we just knitted this stitch, and then we increased over here, and then we're knitting this stitch that we have here. 1, 2, and 3, and we will need number 4, and then we will increase one more on this side. So we'll just go underneath any stitch here that you can pull the stitch out. See, so we'll have 2 extra stitches, and then you're simply knitting the stitches down. So now we have 5 rows, and now I will cast off. Okay, so here is the beginning of the collar. So I will make extra stitch, then I will take another stitch, 2 stitches together. I'm knitting them together. You have 1 stitch now, add another stitch and knit them together, and then keep knitting this way, casting off this way, until you are done with the whole collar. When you are on the neck area, make sure to make stitches wider, that they would go smoothly over. So now when we're making this area, we will need to make extra stitches, guys, because we need it really round here. Okay, so this is my stitch. It's kind of running away. So what I will do, I will create an extra stitch here. Okay, so see this stitch and this stitch that when I was just casting off, I'm creating extra stitch here, and then I'm knitting these 2 together. Okay, now I'm knitting this just made stitch and the next stitch, 2 together. Here we are. See, we created extra stitch here. So now we're knitting stitches as is, and then we will add 1 more on the side, on the other side, the same way. So here we are. So here's the stitch, here's the one we just made. Add an extra stitch and knit them together, and then knit the next stitch and the previous stitch together. Okay, so made 2 extra stitches on each side. Again, we made 2 extra stitches at the beginning. Now we made 2 extra stitches at the last row. Now we are simply casting off, I'm trying to make the stitches bigger, that the collar would not be curling. Here we are, we just finished our last stitch, and now we will just insert the tail inside that last stitch and pull it out, and we just finished the collar. So here is my sleeve. For the sleeve, I made it long enough with the main color, and now I will add the white color. And the first row I will knit all stitches, because the main pattern of the cardigan is knitted. And then on the next row I will actually switch. So see, if you can see on this side I'm purling, because then on the back it will be knitted stitch. Okay, so here I knitted the whole row, and now I will switch to purling. I just want to create this beautiful edge of the sleeve, and for this reason I'm trying to make it popping up. So here we are. I am purling this, let's say 3 rows, and again it's up to you how many rows you want. If you want it to be longer in different color, then you make it longer like that, and then we will cast off. I made 3 rows of white, 1 row I knitted and 2 row I purled. Now I will be casting off. For casting off, guys, we are simply taking 2 stitches together. So here the last stitch, now 1 and 2 stitches, knit them together. Okay, now you have 1, add another stitch, set next one, and knit them together. And then keep doing it this way until you cast off the whole sleeve. So here it is, guys, the collar and the sleeves. What do you think?